Okay, so you've gone through and you have created your various Google App Docs. So the first thing you're going to do in your drive, so remember, we can get to our drive by opening a new browser window and using our 9 dots here on the right to press drive. Make sure that your symbol is next to that. That means you're logged in. When I go to my drive, mine has a lot more documents in it. You can see right now it says home on the left in the menu. If I want to go directly to my drive and see all of the different things I have in it, I'm going to click My Drive. Now, I want to make a new folder in my drive for my class. So I'm going to press New, New Folder, and I'm going to name it Arvid, and hit Create. Because I have many folders in my drive, I'm going to look for the Arvid folder. Inside that folder, I'm going to do a couple things. I'm going to double click it to open it, and I'm going to create new folders. New folder. And I'm going to name this folder Documents. I'm going to create new folder and name this folder Video Projects. And I'm going to create one more folder, new folder, for Class Assets. Now, I have 3 new folders inside of my Arvid folder. I can tell they're inside my Arvid folder if I look at the top of my menu where it shows me the path in my drive. I'm in the Arvid folder, and this little caret means that my Arvid folder is inside of my drive. So if I press my drive here, I go back to my main part of my drive. Now we're going to move the documents we created recently for Google. After I've created that folder, my next step is going to be to find the documents from yesterday. The thing is, I might not have named them all, and sometimes it can make them harder to find. Right now in my main drive, I'm seeing everything that's already in it. I'm going to go back over to my drive menu on the left, and I'm going to choose Recent. Recent's going to show me the most recent docs I've created in my drive, not just for my class, but any class. So you can see the first 4 documents most likely are the documents that I just created for class. Sometimes, if you have a lot of things to look for, it's easier to do a couple things. One, you can change your viewing options of your screen on the right-hand side by clicking the 3 lines. When you hover over it, it says List Layout. Now, my documents are listed instead of thumbnails. Once I do this, I can see the documents a little easier because they're just in that single line. The other thing I can do is modify the search for my documents by changing what I'm looking for. If I'm looking specifically for a Google Sheet, I can choose Type in this drop-down menu and press Spreadsheets. When I do this, notice everything it's showing me is all components of just Google Sheets. So, I've gone to Recent to look for my documents. I'm going to move those documents into my Arvid folder and Class Documents. To do that, I'm going to select the document and click the 3 dots, which means More Actions. Now, I'm going to find where that says Organize in the drop-down menu, and I'm going to choose Move. Once I've chosen Move, I can choose where I want to move this document. It's telling me I'm in my drive, and right now I'm looking through and I'm not necessarily seeing what I need, which is my Arvid folder. If that's the case, instead of Suggested, I can press All Locations and click My Drive. Now I can see all of my folders in alphabetical order. I'm going to choose my Arvid folder, but I'm not going to press Move because I need to move this in the documents. I'm going to press the arrow that says View Contents. When I press this, now I can choose which folder I want to save this in. I want to save this in Documents. I'm going to go ahead and press Move, and it should have automatically moved my file. To check that, I can go back over to my Drive menu, click My Drive, and open my Arvid folder, open the document folder inside, and there's all my documents. Go ahead and move all your documents from the past few days into your document folder inside your Arvid folder inside My Drive. Now, I've moved all of my documents inside of my Arved folder. I'm going to access that folder again and go inside of the Documents folder. I want you to take time to rename any document that doesn't have a title. It makes them easier to find. I'm going to choose the 3 dots to drop down the More menu and press Rename. So I can name this Practice Google Form and press OK. I'm going to rename each of these items so that they're easier to find. Now, inside of my folder, I should have 4 documents that are each named. The last step in this process is to turn in your folder to Schoology. This process is going to use a link to share, not by email, but by copying and pasting. This will be the same process you use when your files are too large to upload to Schoology. I'm going to choose the document dropdown from my folder, and I'm going to press Share. When I press Share, I'm going to click the icon that says Share, but I'm not going to type in the email address and press Share. What I'm going to do first is go to the area that says General Access and change it to Caesar Rodney School District. This is important. If you don't change that, I can't see your work. The next step is to press Copy Link and press Done. After I do that, I need to go to Schoology and submit my work. Once I've logged into Schoology and accessed my Arved folder, I'm going to go into our Unit 1 folder and choose Lesson 2 and choose the Submit Google Apps Intro folder link here. When we submit links from Google and we press Submit Assignment, we're actually not going to upload, we're going to press Create. We can then press Command V to paste that folder in and press Submit. When you do this, I can access your work of any kind on Google, including your videos. Make sure that you've organized your folders inside of your Arved folder and submit that link here.